sir, what it really do? DC gang, welcome back to the channel. So listen here, familia, I decided to show you guys the goo today, the sauce. Now I did build a deck that's low-key legendary. You just don't know it yet. It's one of the greatest deck of all times. It's not, but it's a HECAHAND deck. I am gonna play the Chimera version of the deck, but I decided to build something original, something that I felt that kind of work well together. And the turn one board that this deck makes, it's absolute insanity. You're gonna see it in one of the replays. Now I was playing this deck, like I said, I can't show you ratios because it's like I've been testing up here, and I literally was playing this and I was playing Exo Sisters, but you're gonna see in the replays how the deck functions and everything. Now before you run out, all right, give me a second, okay? Chill out, don't leave yet. Trust me, you want to see what I got. Let me explain, okay? Now it's a 60 card deck list of craziness. Yes, it's a bunch of punk in here because that's my favorite engine, but the reason why I decided to put all of these together is because of the fact that the punk engine gives this thing, well, this gives the punk engine a lot of value, but also the punk engine gives this engine a lot of value for multiple reasons that you're gonna see in a second as I explain to you. You can make this a 40 card deck list. I actually was playing it pretty fine at 40, but I had to turn it into a 60 card deck. You're gonna see why. Now this is probably mostly for your entertainment, because even though I did climb from Master 5 to Master 4 with the deck, I also D-ranked from Master 4 to Diamond 5 back there. Now I didn't play this deck a heck of a lot. I only played it for a few hours, maybe like 4 hours or something like that of testing, so I can't really tell you to go build this or anything like that. But if you're a punk fan, and you know this is for my OGs that know that I make punk decks, this deck is absolutely nuts. So I think it's really refreshing that Konami's gave us a little weird archetype or engine, because honestly, I'm a fan of the hands. That's a bar. I'm a fan of the hands, because if I use this hand to climb on top of Konami's headquarters to make them understand that I'm Bob the Builder in these streets, I got a bricked up hand. How can I add a spell to my hand without being a spellcaster? I can summon a Swen, because if my name is Smith, then I will come back and slap a friend. And if I slap a friend with my left hand, it comes back with the right like a boomerang. I got the whole comment section going crazy. They going bananas like orangutans. Oh, all right. I'ma stop it. Cause if I put my hands together and pray, I got them holy hands. Oh, all right, I'm done. I keep telling you that I'm low-key a rapper. All right, anyways, with the to the deck list, I'm yapping. 3 effect veilers. Now, the main reason why you see a bunch of hand traps in here is because of the fact that when I was playing this at 40, I couldn't draw into a single hand trap. Like I can draw into beautiful hands that would do amazingly going first, but they would not do anything going second. And I had a problem of ratios where I couldn't go second and literally just not do anything, but the hand was so good that I tried to break boards, but you couldn't really just break boards with the edges themselves. So that's why I bumped this deck list up to 40. Now you're gonna see how clean it looks at 40 when I show you, but as of right now I'm playing 3 veilers. I just cramped up a bunch of hand traps because we got a bunch of like 1-card starters that can get you into your things. So yeah, we played 3 veilers. I'm playing 2 Duel and Lobbers, 1 Max C, 3 Ash Blossoms, 3 Ghost Bells, 1 Sherakasai, 1 Wagon, 3 copies of CM, and of course 2 copies of Perulia, 3 copies of Fualos, 2 copies of Dierno, because I refuse to play any punk deck, even though I almost thought about it. I keep thinking about playing this at 1, but it's just no. It's not the right thing to do. So we play it at 2. I'm also gonna play 3 copies of Nightmare Apprentice, only 1 copy of the Ipto, and only 1 copy of the Jadel. And that's mainly because we're either gonna hopefully draw or start with Apprentice is better than drawing into these. That's basically it. That's why I'm playing 3 apprentices, because I want to search for these with the apprentice. I want to start my combo with the apprentice rather than anything else, which is why the punk engine is really good, because you're going to draw cards and it's going to give you a lot of discard fodder, right? So we only play 1 Ipto and we only play 1 Yadel. This is the smallest package that you ever need to play this engine. You're going to see why. We're also going to play 3 Diablo Stars. We're going to play 1 copy of the Gaigas. Now, I was playing a copy of this at some point in time as well. I was playing one copy of that as well. I was playing the big extra deck monster too, but it's just they were all useless and really hard to make. This thing is not really necessarily a great effect. It is fun. Some of these effects are fun. This one, if your opponent is playing a spell or trap deck, you just cry a little bit because you randomly have to hit a monster. A lot of the time, it felt like it was easier to hit a monster from the deck with the Giagas. So that's why I'm playing that thing, and you only need one copy. You're gonna see why. I'm playing 3 copies of Foxytune because it's a 1.5 card star combo. For our deck, we're gonna play 3 copies of the Rising Scale. I added 2 copies of Talents just for the extra draw of 2 if my opponent activates a hand trap, which they will. We're also gonna play 1 copy of the Hollow Asemina, 1 copy of the Hidden HECAHANDS. You only need 1. 1 copy of the Punch Jam Extreme Session, 2 copies of the Sinful Spoils, 3 copies of Emergency Teleport. You're gonna see why in a second. Well, it helps with Punk and stuff like that. I'm not playing my Dance Spider because I hate it. I hate anytime I have one of these 2 in the hand. I'm crying inside like a baby. That's what's happening because I hate having these in the hand when I want to search for them. And most of the time, no matter what ratios you play, you're gonna have these things in the hand, unfortunately. But I digress. Again, 3 copies of Emergency Teleport, 1 Call by the Grave, 3 copies of Forbidden Drawplay, 1 Wanted the Seeker of the Sinful Spoils, 1 the Gates of Timaeus, 3 Infinite Impermanence, 1 IBL HECAHANDS, 1 Yadao HECAHANDS, which are both nuts counter trap. For the extra deck, we're gonna play 1 Sylvia, 1 Murcielago, 1 Red Eyes Dragoon. You're gonna see why. The Rising Carp. Now this thing, I didn't get to do it yet, but I didn't realize how freaking busted Master of Chaos is. Now mind you, almost all of your HECAHAND monsters are light or dark. So if you don't want to make Dragoon but you want to special summon any one of those, this thing will help you with that. This thing is nuts. And also it has an effect that I completely forgot that it had because I don't ever fully read cards. This thing says you contribute a light and or dark monster to banish all monsters your opponent controls. You know how crazy that is? That is non-targeting. Full field of monsters wipe. This thing is nuts. And I can't believe I didn't think about that sooner. The thing is crazy. So yeah, I didn't get to do it, but that's why we're playing it. We're gonna play 1 Dark Magician of Destruction, 1 HECAHANDS Jausa. I wanted to play 2. One of the reasons why I decided to build it with Punk is because I can only afford 1. You see these 10 URs here? I'm poor right now, all right? I'm sorry. So I wanted to craft 2 copies of this. I needed to make something that was budget friendly. I can only craft 1. So that's why you play 1. This thing is just gonna search you any one of your HECAHAND cards. We're gonna play 1 Unemancipated Recent Dragite. And the reason why is because this deck gets smoked by draw. And you can make some plays on the draw with Punk that are really kind of decent. So that's why we play Dragite. We're gonna play 1 Punch Jam Extreme Dragon Drive. I said Extreme, it's just Jam Dragon Drive. Do you have your license? Baron de la Flor, 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! Punk Amazing Dragon, 1 Psychic and Punisher, 1 Punk Jam Fever, 1 IP Mascarenita, and SP Little Knight. Now again, if you're one of those people that just needs 40 cards, look how easy it is to make this 40. Get rid of the 3 Veilers, get rid of the 3 Bells, get rid of all of the Perulia cards. You're going to get rid of the 3 Infinite Impermanences. You're only gonna play 1 copy of that. You're only gonna play 1 copy of that as well. And then that's 42. What else did I do? Oh, I took out the 2 talents. There you go. Boom. You see how clean that is? You see how clean that is? That's criminally clean. Now the main problem with that is that you're kind of playing a board breaker. I really like playing Droplet with any deck that plays quick play spell because you get double the value out of them. You get to search, they're on the field, you send them to the graveyard plus a monster. You're gonna most of the time break a board with that. But the problem is I'm not playing enough hand traps. I'm playing the best hand traps, but I'm not playing enough hand traps. And that's why I went from 40 to the 60 card version, which was way better. So with that being said, I have some replays for you guys. If you guys enjoy the content, leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe because I would greatly appreciate it. I am going to try a better version than this, which is the Chimera version. I'm actually low-key excited for it. I'm testing the Exo Sisters as well. You're going to get a bunch of content from me in this next week, so don't even worry about it. So with that being said, let's get into the replay. All right, familia, so here we are for replay number 1 of the day. And this replay alone will show you the dirtiness of this deck. This deck is nuts. Like, the turn 1 board is absolutely gas. So we're gonna activate Deception. We're gonna send the Perulia to the graveyard here so we could get the Hollow Asamina to the hand. We're gonna activate the Wagon. Activate the Jam Extreme. Well, set that Jam Extreme session that we searched with the Wagon. We're gonna activate the Hollow Asamina here. We're gonna get hit with the Max C. Now, this is one of the reasons why this deck isn't that great. Draw can cook you, maybe not really. Maxi, we summon all over the place. Perulia, we summon all over from the hand. Fualos, we summon all over from the deck. We summon from everywhere. You could anywhere you could possibly think of you could summon from, you can summon from there with this deck. So it's kind of hard playing it in the current state of the game, but it's fun, as we are gonna show the Murcielago here, special summon the Murcielago. We're going to activate the Lago, getting a, oh no, change the Gaias because a card was added to the hand. We get to special summon this, the Gaia guys. They get to draw a card from that, but that's fine. We get the Sinful Spoils to the hand, activate the Gaias. We're gonna hit a Hero Ferris and some other hero shenanigans, so I summoned the Ferris onto the field. Originally, I was planning on making a level 8 with the level 3 and a level 5, but then I was like, nah, let me get my Baron de la Flor. Bring it out here. We're gonna get rid of both of these monsters here to special summon the Jausa, right? We're gonna activate that thing's effect, getting ourselves the hitting Heka Hands to the hand. We're gonna activate the Heka Hands to the hand. That's kind of tough. Anyways, recycle the Hollow Asamina back to the hand because we're gonna send the Murcielago. Notice how we use the Murcielago because it's an illusion monster, plus the monster that we summon from our opponent's deck, which is absolutely not that you could do that. Do you see the synergy? That's crazy. So here we add the Hollow Asamina back to the hand that we stated. Activate that thing again. Activate the Wanted. We're gonna search for the Avastar with the Wanted. Give me that, it belongs to me. Send the Wanted to the graveyard so we can make that Sylvia. Bring it out here. Now we have 2 Omni Negates. We are going to proceed to activate the Wanted to draw a card. Recycle the Deception. We're gonna draw into the Rising card. Activate that immediately. Banish the Wagon. Special summon it. Activate the Rising Scale here. Special summon the Shirakasai. Activate the Shirakasai. Use the use the CMN in the hand and the Rising Scale to go into the Rising Carp. We're gonna activate the Field Spell to draw 1. We draw into Max C. Activate the hitting hand. Send the Rising the Shirakasai to the graveyard. Getting ourselves the Yadel to the hand. We're gonna set a trap here, which is gonna be the Eyeball Hand Heka Hands. Activate Yadel. I can't speak English. Activate the Yadel. Get ourselves the Yadel Heka Hands. Now we have both of the traps. We have our Heka Hand monster on the field. We have everything. We activate the Rising Scale here. Get it out of there. Special summon CM and special summon Dierno. Pay my taxes with the CM and get Foxy Tune to the hand. We're gonna draw a card here because I pay my taxes. Draw into Emergency Teleport. Use a level 5 and a level 3 to go into the Punk Jam Dragon Drive. Do you have your license? Activate that thing. Pay more taxes. Activate the Dierno. Bring back the Rising card. We're going fishing for the 2nd time today. Give me that. Opponents drawing cards out of the Wasu. We're gonna grab the CM into the hand. Activate the Jam Stream session. Banish the card. Special summon the CM. That's a level 8, a level 3 tuner, a level 11 psychic, and the La Punisher. Bring it out here. We're gonna send a card to the graveyard. Special summon the Avastar back onto the field. Well, onto the field. Activate the Avastar. Set another Deception from the deck. Get her the heck out of here. Special summon Dark Magician of Destruction. Activate that thing. I need to search for the Gates of Timaeus. Use both of these level 8s on the field and go into a Punk Jam Fever. Somebody call the doctor. Activate that thing. Pay some taxes. Draw another card. Getting a Dwelling Lobber. Say your back row and your turn. I paused the video, Konami. I paused it. Opponent threw out a Perulia. Nobody cares. Omni Negate. Omni Negate. Technically, an Omni Negate for any spell. Technically, an Omni Negate for any monster. Monster Negate. Good luck with my little mini tower. Dwelling Lobber. Maxi. And then Gaze of Timaeus into another Omni Negate. This board is absolute gas. That's what that is. But I did give my opponent half of their deck. Like, he literally has half of his deck in his hand. So I throw out the Maxi. By the way, I have 70 seconds left on my clock. He throws out the Fualos. I'm like, all right, muy bien. I understand that. I understand that. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit though, as my opponent's gonna activate a thrust, getting himself the Dark Ruler no more. Activates the Dark Ruler. The only thing I got is the HECAHANDS, the Yadel, to negate and pop that thing. Because if not, I lose this whole board. And it's not going to be fun. I also get to set the Dark Ruler. He's going to activate the emergency call here, getting the Elemental Hero Neos to the hand. Activates the reinforcement. So as you can see, he's adding a bunch of cards to the hand. And every time he did this, it was just taking time off of my clock, which I think that's what he was trying to do more than anything. So he activates the call here, adding an Elemental Hero monster to the hand, which is going to be the Liquid. Activates the Hero Live, and this is when I realized that I am truly cooked. I thought I was cooked before this, but I knew I was cooked right after this because my main win condition was my life points being so low that Psychic and Punisher could carry me here because bro has half of his deck. So I was like, well, goddamn. Sometimes in the Kingdom he activates that he has another card, which is gonna be the Hero Malicious here. I got tired of it and I threw out the Adrenaline Logber. Now you might be thinking, why would you throw out Adrenaline Logber when you're maxing? Bro, I have like 30 seconds on the clock. Every time he does something, that thing glowing in my hand doesn't matter. I threw out the thing, it doesn't matter. Every time I will draw something with Max C, it's gonna bother me and hinder me more than it's gonna hinder him. So I decided to throw the Jordan Logber out. Super Polymerization. He should also be low on time because he has all of these cards and it kept glowing when I was summoning. So we're gonna activate the Sylvia on the Polymerization here. He's gonna follow with the Fountain. I'm gonna activate the Fever, negate and pop the Fountain, get that thing out of there. Don't want to deal with that. He's going to activate a triple tactic talent. I have to negate that because he's trying to take control over a monster. I activate the Gaze of Tamea here, adding the Dark Magician of Destruction back into the extra deck so I can special summon who? You know who it is. It's Goonin time. Bring it out here. Dark Magician Dragoon. Give me that. That thing is negated. Pop it. Get some help. I'm the one that needs help. And then shuffle here. He's going to shuffle the monster back into the deck to special summon a Neo Spacian Dark Panther. Now this thing says once per turn you can target one face of monster your opponent controls until the end phase. This card name becomes that monster or original name. Also replace the effect with that monster's original effect. So he copied the effect of Baron de la Flor, and now he gets to basically become Baron de la Flor. So he tries to pop my HECAHANDS trap here. So I literally have to use the trap because even if I do negate it any other way and don't get rid of it, he's going to have an Omni Negate on the field. So by using the counter trap, he can't Omni Negate my Omni Negate. So he's just getting rid of the whole entire board. So negate and pop that thing, get it out. I get to summon it to my side of the field. That's the fun part of this deck. He's going to activate the Crow here, banishing a card, special summoning that thing, activating that thing. Bring it back into the hand. Activate the Super Poly. I activate the Dark Magician, the Dragoon. Send a card to the graveyard to negate and pop that thing. My whole thing was trying to not get him to fusion summon. That was all I wanted to do. But Miracle Ejector sends a card to the graveyard, summons that thing, summons another monster. He's going to use both of these to go into the Wonder Driver. He has a license. Ejector is going to banish the Hollow Asamina from my deck. He activates the second copy of the Ferris that he has. Now he gets the Super Poly back to the hand, activates the Ferris. Set a card in the back, set the Super Poly, use that thing, use all three of these monsters to go into the Trinity Crush. Activate that thing, gain the attack boost, activate the Malicious, banish it so they can special summon from the deck, special summon that thing, use both of these monsters, go into the Decimator. I don't know how bro had the time to do all of this with all the cards that he had in the hand and all the times that I made his hands glow with the times that I summoned, but my opponents are the best, so I don't know. Fusion Destiny here sends 2 cards to the graveyard, summons the Destiny Hero, freaking DPE. All my attack gets diminished, and right now he could get lethal damage. He could literally get lethal damage, easy peasy to the lemon squeezy. And bro decided to start BMing. I don't understand people that BM. Like, I mean, it took me half an hour to do this, but I wanted to play the game. But it's whatever. So we get Slap here. What do you need to activate a mask change for? I was gonna be respectful and be like, yo, you could get your licks in, bro. But now you're just doing the most. There's literally no need for that. But I lost. But again, this is the only replay that I could get that will show you what this deck does. Because nobody else, anytime I did get half through that board, they scoop. Ain't nobody staying for that. That's too much sauce. Let's continue. All right, familia. So here we are for replay numero dos. This replay is absolutely hilarious. Like, has to be one of the funniest games I've ever had in my life. But it does make me sad that a lot of these rogue decks are literally like almost unplayable in the game. I'm about to make that the title. It's just they're unplayable. Maybe not. I don't freaking know. Deception of Sinful Spoils here. We're gonna send a card to the graveyard, get the Hollow Asamina to the hand. Of course, you're gonna see one of the big three anytime you can. So here we're gonna activate the Abel, special summon the Giagas, which is why I'm telling you I freaking love this one out of all of them. I get to look at their deck, imperm, whatever, doesn't matter. It's a Tinia. I get to summon it on my side of the field and keep that thing forever. I activate the Hollow Asamina, send Deception to the graveyard. I'm gonna summon the Sylvia onto the field, send my trap and end my turn. Activate the Deception, set it in the back. So the funny thing about this is that Tinia is activatable. I specifically have this monster in the middle here, and I can basically switch faces and switch both of these and rip a card from my opponent's hand. We technically have an Omni Negate and pop for a monster. We have Ash Blossom and another Omni Negate. So even on this draw, we're not that bad. We are not that bad. As I do activate the Tinia here, switch both of these. We get rid of a crossout. Unfortunately, we do get rid of a crossout, but that's fine because that makes the Ash live. He only has 4 cards. He summoned Lucina here. Activate Lucina. I'm going to activate the Sylvia in response to that. Stop it. Get some help. The reason why I didn't activate the trap is because I wanted this thing to stay in the middle zone. Because, again, it's basically blocking him from being able to special summon another one from the hand. Unless it's Lagina, whatever her name is, the green one. He's gonna summon the Power Patron here, turning that thing into, well, he's trying to turn that into a level 9, which would give him Baron de la Flor. So I decided to negate and pop with the HECAHANDS, so that way he doesn't get any one of the effects, right? He doesn't get to add from it being sent to the graveyard because I get to add it to the hand as well. I get to activate that thing, turn her into a level 9. He activates the Engraver here, getting himself a copy of the Fiendsmith track. He activates the track here. I activate my Ash de la Blossom. He can't negate it because we hand ripped the cross out of his hand. Stop it. Get some help. And he scooped. I'm sorry, hold on. That has to be one of the funniest dudes of my entire life. Literally one of the funniest dudes that I ever had in my life. Stealing somebody's Tistina randomly, Tinia, from their deck, using it to hand rip the one card that would have negated my Ash Blossom, was absolute cinema. So with that being said, let's go back to real dude. Yes, sir. Here we are for replay numero 3, number 3 of the day. Hand looking fantabulous. Here. As we do have the Maxi and technically a board breaker, opponent's going to activate a Pax here. We're going to throw out the Maxi. He doesn't have anything for it. Getting the Varese to the hands. Normal summons the Martha. The normal summons the Heim, right? Heim going to activate. Search for an Elis. They're going to special summon that thing, giving me 1 card. They're going to make the Carmel, giving me another card. Set 3 back row, and their turn activate to add the Heim back and set up back row. Now he basically has the full board. It's just he's missing 1 Xyz monster. That's pretty much it. Other than that, this is literally the full board this deck makes. So yeah. But we did get to draw 2 cards from it. He is going to activate the Varese. I don't recommend doing that immediately, because if your opponent has something that can pop cards before they have to move, like a quick play spell. I don't know exactly. I'm just saying, don't do that. Always activate Varese in response to Carmel. That's what I would say. Even though technically, if you activate Varese, Carmel would protect you from the Ash Blossom, so it depends. So yeah, so he summoned both of these. I summoned the Wagon here. Activate that, bro. It's gonna hit me with the Dominus Purge to negate my Wagon. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna activate the Wanted, add the Avastar to the hand. Wagon is gonna get popped and negated. Sometimes in the Kingdom, I activate the Yadel or Yadel, I don't know. HECAHANDS to the hand, the spell. We're gonna send the Foxy Tune to the graveyard. Summon the Avastar, activate that. I assume he would do this to negate basically to change the effect of the Avastar. So I send the Gaze of Temea to the graveyard because I want to keep both of these. These are just too valuable for me to get rid of, so I decided to get rid of that. As we do go and negate the Carmel here. Stop it and get some help. Now, unfortunately, that is the only thing that I can negate, as I do set the Deception. he decides to activate the Returnia here to banish the Deception sometimes from the Kingdom, and that's going to allow him to use both of these monsters to Exceed Summon into the Michaelis. We do banish our own Diabastar here to special summon the Destruction, activate the Wanted to recycle 1 and draw 1, which we draw into another scale here. We're going to activate the HECAHANDS, get rid of the Magician of Destruction here, so we could add the Iptel to the hand. We're going to set the Yara HECAHANDS to the back, activate the Iptel here, so we could special summon the Gaias. He didn't even let me activate the Gaias, he immediately banished it off of the field. I'm like, muy bien. We got him. We activate the Rising Scale, banish the Foxy Toon, special summon that thing, activate its effect, special summon Sheraka Side, pay my taxes, use the one in the hand and the Sheraka Side to go into the Rising Carp. We're going to activate the Carp here, send it to the graveyard, we can speed this up, special summon Seaman and Deerno, get myself a Foxy Toon, go into the Punch, Jam, Drive. Do you have your license? I say activate the Deerno to special summon from the graveyard my Seaman, bring it back out here. Getting another CM into the hand because we don't play Madame Spider. There's nothing left to search for. As I do activate the Foxy Toon, send itself and the CM, so I can special summon another CM. And then we're gonna use both of these monsters, going to the Psychic and De La D double Punisher. Use the CM and the Punch Jam Dragon Drive, so I could drive my opponent crazy by going into the Amazing Nest of Dragons. Activate that thing. We're gonna bounce all 3 cards from the field back to the hand. Give this thing the attack boost with the CM. We already knew you had the pack because you said it on your last turn. He's gonna search here, doesn't matter. Again, the whole field, send it back. It belongs to you. I like to give things back. I do. As I activate the Jam Dragon Drive, because you activated something in response to my Punk monster, the Jam Dragon Drive gets to come back. And now we're just getting the little attack boost, slapping for 37, 36, lethal damage. Lethal damage. This was one of the most fun games that I had in a little bit. Using the HECAHAND engine to bait out things, I'm telling you, it doesn't seem that crazy, but it does help you bait out disruption. It really does. So with that being said, let's continue. Yes, sir. Here we are for replay number 4. If I'm not mistaken, we're going second here. Our hand is kind of decent. We have a Jordan Library and a Forbidden Droplet. My opponent's kid. Don't worry about it. This dude picks up. It will pick up. Don't worry about it. We join to Maxi. My opponent throws a Perulia. I do activate the Yadel here. Oh no, I set the Forbidden Droplet. I activate the Yadel, seeing if he wants to waste another hand trap. Getting the hitting HECAHANDS to the hand. That's low-key a bar. I decided to not do anything after this. I'm like, I have Maxi and Jordan Lockbird. Let's play the game because I have the droplet right there as well. So I'm like, let's play the game. My opponent is gonna draw a card here. He's gonna activate Fualos. I pretend like I don't have anything. He's gonna activate the case here. I throw out the Jordan Lockbird. He's gonna follow that up with the Isuna. So I throw out the Maxi. Now I only get 1 draw from Maxi, right? But I figured that right now I don't know what he has in the hand. I could literally lose this dude now. So I want to see if I can draw into anything that can help me defend myself before we get clapped up. As I only draw into a Sharakasai, I freaking hate it here, but it's fine. Isuna is going to activate, send the Lupus to the graveyard to special summon the Lupus. And then he's going to use both of these monsters to go into the Reaper. Now my opponent is a meathead because you're going to see he doesn't get to search, but he does have a way to special summon 2 level 5 monsters back onto the field. And I'm pretty sure with Lupus, Isuna, and Jacko, I think he had lethal damage. Literally, I think he had lethal damage, but he goofed. He activates the Jacko now, showing us the Halisu. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was lethal damage, right? Isuna with the attack boost, Lupus with the attack boost, and Jacko should have been lethal damage. But I digress. Bro summons a freaking Halisu. Then he summons a Fualos for no reason, goes into the Nash Knight. Activates the Nash Knight. He decided to suck up something in the Fualos as well. I'm like, okay. And then he's gonna go into the CXYC Nash Knight. Activates that thing to special summon from the deck. Now, mind you, maybe that's why he did it, because he had to keep these things as material. I don't freaking know why he did that. But he's trying to summon something from the extra deck. It's looking like if he summons anything that I don't know about, I might lose. So I decided to use the Forbidden Droplet because he doesn't have anything in the hand. We send the Sharakasai to the graveyard. Again, he doesn't have anything in the hand. I can only worry about what's in front of me, and that's definitely not lethal damage. As he's gonna go for the battle, slap us for 32, slap us for 1,000. then he's gonna turn that thing into the only, the one, aka Double Jesus. Divine Arsenal, as we don't draw into anything because we were on the draw. So basically a graveyard or hand negate and a full field wipe. As we draw into the emergency teleport, I activate the teleport here, special summon the Sea Aemon. We're gonna activate the Sea Aemon, getting myself the Foxy Tune to the hand. We're gonna activate the Hidden Hecahands, send Sea Aemon to the graveyard to get myself the Ibel. And this is the lovely thing about the synergies within decks. Most of the time, I will have to link that thing off into an Almirage. I don't even have to play Almirage because I have ways of just sending a punk monster to the graveyard with this deck. The Aberstar does it, this thing does it, she does it from the hand if we need to, all of that. Even though I already have this in the graveyard, just letting you know the synergy is great. As I do set the Ibal Hecahands here, we're going to activate the Ibtail that we have in the hand. Of course, we knew he was going to activate that. This is purely bait. It's literally bait. Because now I do get to activate the Foxy Tune, send the Ibtail to the graveyard, special summon Wagon, activate Wagon, getting myself the Jam Extreme Session. We're going to send the Jam Extreme Session to the graveyard to special summon the Apprentice. Activate the Apprentice, get ourselves the Gaias to the hand. Activate the Hidden Hecahands. So my opponent draws a card, and this card that allows me to special summon the Gaias here. Special summon it onto the field. And as you can see, we already dealt with one disruption, but Ronde La Flor is coming. Not to mention that I can activate this to special summon a monster from their deck. So he decided to wipe the board here. We got him. We freaking got him. Activate the Rising Scale here, banish a card from the graveyard. I haven't even normal summoned yet. Special summon the Rising Scale. Special summon Sharekasai from the graveyard. Activate that. Use both of these monsters here, going to the Rising Carp. Activate the Carp, get it the heck out of here. Special summon level 3 and a Deer Note. Can't activate that again because we don't play my damn Spider. Use both of these, go into the Jam Dragon Drive. Activate the Drive, activate the Deer Note. Special summon the Sharekasai back onto the field. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have many plays. I really didn't because I used my whole hand to get into something. And I had to get rid of the field spell in order to do so I couldn't draw cards. So my best play was literally search for follow-up and go into a Psychic Hand Punisher. But my attack is huge. It's like 10,000. Slap over that thing with 10,700 damage. He doesn't have a card, but he does have the Lupus. Summon the Lupus onto the field, activate that thing, and he goes into plan A. Typhoon! Bring the Typhoon out here. Not too great right now. He's gonna draw a card in his turn because he doesn't draw into anything useful. We do draw into Deer Note. Again, this is not good for me because I used most of my entire punk package already. So I just go battle phase, slap over the Typhoon, get that thing out of here. We go main phase 2, and this literally, there's no way he could out this. Without the Typhoon on the field, there's no way he could out the Psychic Hand Punisher, and we got the W. So with that being said, let's continue. But of course, here we are for replay 5, 6. You know I forget. By the third one, I'm gone. Anyways, activate the Yardell here, getting myself the Hidden Hecahands to the hand. And this is why. It's just rogue decks are almost high-key unplayable. It's literally just... I don't know what I did here, but most of the time, this hand... it's just sad, bro. It's just sad. Because rogue decks are just dead. I don't see anybody playing no rogue decks. So we are going to send the Hidden Hecahands to the graveyard with the Foxy Tune to special summon the Sharekasai here. Because this is the best play. The Hecahands don't get to search. I go into the Rising card. We get hit with a freaking Infinite Impermanence. And legitimately, again, I'm playing a rogue deck. I can't even activate that to get the most value that I could. Because I could get the Bounce Back and Drag Eye here for a Spell Negate and the Bounce Back. But I guess not anymore. So I go into the Fever and end my turn, right? Because... these are great. So my opponent is going to start off with activating a Female Track, getting a Lorry to the hand. He's going to send the Lorry to the graveyard. We're going to activate the Lorry to summon it. I got a Ghost Bell of the Haunted Mansion. Stop that. Get some help. He's going to activate the Welcome Home here, the Elf Note, sending a card to the graveyard to special summon Lucina. Activate Lucina. I decided to negate and pop Lucina. Right? Because essentially, even if he does have follow-up, it wouldn't matter too much. Losing this card right now after activating the Elf Note Welcome means that you don't have enough resources to really do much of anything. Literally, that's not. You could make a miniature board of what this deck makes But I decided to gamble on it, negate and pop that thing. He goes end phase. And I literally searched for the follow-up last turn. So I grabbed the Ash Blossom. I normal summon C-Aimon, pay my taxes, and I get my W. Elf Note does not have a fun time going second. It just doesn't. I said it in the video that I made about it. It just doesn't. I mean, that's all it is. So with that being said, let's continue. Yes, sir. Here we are for the last replay of the day. And again, after this, I'm going to work on the Sisters, then I'm going to work on the Chimera deck, and then I'm going to work on a bunch of different shenanigans. I do want to try Cool Tune Elf Note. That is a deck that's, I don't know how soon you're going to get to see that, but I'm going to try that. As I do, set the Jammer Stream Session, especially some of the CM in here, pay my taxes, search for the scales. I decided to not draw a card yet because my opponent doesn't have anything. I banished the Wagon because I already have the Field Spell, special summon Madame Spider. At some point in time, I was playing this at 50 cards, like I said. And I was playing Madame Spider. So we pay the taxes, get the surprise here. That means we still don't draw a card. As I go into the Psychic Camp Punisher immediately, we're going to activate the Jam Extreme Session, banish Madame Spider, so I can special summon Shirakasai from the hand. Use Shirakasai and C-Aimon to go into the Rising card. Draw a card here, which we draw into the HECAHANDS. Get this thing out of here, special summon level 3 and level 5, go into the Jam Dragon Drive, activate that, pay my taxes. Special summon the Serpent back onto the field. What I call, yeah, the scale. I don't know why I call you a serpent. Especially some of the scale, search for C-Aimon here. Use both of these level 8s, go into the Fever. Somebody call the doctor. Pay my taxes once again so I could draw 2 cards here. Draw 1, which is going to be the Ipto. Draw 2, which is drawing a Lotbird. Activate the Ipto. Send it to the deck so I could special summon the Gaias here. Let's look at that hand. It's going to be pre-preparation, Night Sword Serpent and Ash Blossom. I summon the Serpent onto the field. This thing is nuts. As we do send both of these the heck out of here so we could get the HECAHANDS. Activate that thing. We're going to search for the Eyeball HECAHANDS. Activate the Hidden HECAHANDS. Sending our field spell to the graveyard because we already drew to get Yadel to the hand. Get the Yadel HECAHANDS to the hand, so we could set it in the back. Activate the Yadel here. Send it, and we're going to search for the Tartaros. Because in this version of the deck, I was playing this thing. But as you can see, it's pretty hard to try and get into that thing unless you're playing this deck kind of pure, which is why I ended up with the 60 card deck list. So as of right now, we have the both negate a monster, negate a spell, pop a card on the field, negate a monster, deal with Psychic Camp Punisher, cross a Designator, and draw a Lockbird. So my opponent's gonna throw out Fualos here. I'm like, okay, muy bien, nobody cares. Activates the Habakiri. We're gonna negate and pop the Kiri, get it the heck out of here. Stop it, get some help. Opponent gonna follow that up with the Mitsurugi Ritual, HECAHANDS, Yadal. Stop it, get some help. Don't wanna deal with none of that. Opponent gonna follow that up by summoning the Kasanagi here, trying to recycle the spell. No. Counter trash for days. Negate, pop the monster, get some help. I'll see you next time. We still have a pop-a card on the field, and honestly speaking, all I needed was the draw. Like, if I really wanted to not play the game, all I needed was throw out the draw. Let him search, add, throw the draw. We win the game regardless. So with that being said, let's go back to the deck list. All right, familia. So here we are back at the deck list. So yeah, not a super competitive deck. It's just I wanted to play Punk. I haven't played Punk, and if you're an OG of the channel, you know that I love making Punk deck lists and stuff like that, and I haven't done it in a while, so I decided to do it with this because there is really a lot of synergy. Level 7, it makes it easy to make up a Rondo of floor. You special summon a monster from your opponent's deck. It's an extra body. You could do just a lot of different shenanigans. The fact that you could use this as a level 8 for the Fever is nuts. It's just so much synergy. The fact that you could use Murcielago with the monsters that you took from your opponent, leaving you the level 7 for free on the field to make Baron and not have to worry about not being able to make Jack. It's so much synergy that is so fire to me. I don't know how I came up with this. It's just sauce. But unfortunately, it is a rogue deck. Don't build this and think you're gonna clap. You will clap people on ladder, but not to the extent that you would hope for. So yeah, if you guys enjoy the content, again, leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe because I would really appreciate it. I'm planning on pumping out a bunch of content for you guys because we have so many different things that I can build. And yeah, continue having a great morning, afternoon, wherever the heck, morning, night, afternoon, wherever the heck you're at. And I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Peace.